للرجال نصيب مما ترك الوالدان والأقربون وللنساء نصيب مما ترك الوالدان والأقربون مما قل منه أو كثر نصيبا مفروضا.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this lesson, we will study the inheritance of the unborn baby, Al-hamal. The unborn baby has the right to inherit. It is not permissible to deprive the unborn baby who would have been an heir of the deceased from the deceased state. The Prophet ﷺ said, when an infant has raised its voice, then dies, it inherits and preyed upon. Sunan Abu Daud. Should the inheritance be divided before the unborn baby? It is recommended that the distribution of the estate to be delayed until the child is born, so the gender and the number of babies can be known. However, if it becomes must that the inheritance to be divided, there are two popular opinions amongst the scholars. According to the majority of scholars, Hanafi, Shafi and Hanbali, if the heirs do decide on immediate distribution, the share of the unborn baby are reserved based on all possible calculation, either as male or female. On the contrary, Maliki is with the views that distribution of share be suspended until the child is born and his gender is determined. In the first opinion, the distribution will be postponed, if possible, till the child's birth. In the second opinion, a share will be withheld for the child. Those who agree a share will be withheld for the child also disagree upon how much will be held. The madhab of Imam Ahmad radiyallahu anhu, there are 6 cases to be made for measuring. The first case is the unborn baby is dead. In the second case, we will measure it as a male, and in the third case as a female. The fourth case as 2 males, the fifth case as 2 females, and the sixth case male and female. The extra portion of a male shall be kept aside, so if the child is born as a male, all is well, and the distribution already effected will remain valid. If, however, the child is born as a female, the distribution will not be valid, and the estate will have to be correctly distributed, as we're going to see in the example to come. An example of pregnant ladies. The wife, she can be carrying a son or a daughter. The mother can be carrying full brother, full sister, or maternal sister or maternal brother. The wife of the offspring, meaning the son's wife, she can be carrying a grandson or a granddaughter. The wife or the wives of the father, it could be paternal brother or paternal sister. There are many other examples, such as the wife of brothers, uncles, emancipator, and cousins and nephews, and many more. For example, Master Umar died and left behind Siham, his pregnant wife, Ayan, his mother, and Master Saleh, his paternal brother. The estate is £36,000. In this example, we have a wife and the pregnancy from the wife, and we have a mother and a paternal brother. In the first case, we will calculate and assume the child is dead, so he will not inherit or she will not inherit. The wife is getting a quarter, the mother is getting 1/3, and the paternal brother is inheriting the remaining. The case is built upon 12. a quarter of 12 is 3, and the mother is getting 1/3, which is 4, and the paternal brother is getting the remaining, which is 5. In the second case, we will build according to the child who's going to be born is a male. 1 male. So now he's pushing his mother to 1/8 and the mother of the deceased person to 1/6, and he also blocks the paternal brother from inheriting. The masala is built upon 24. The wife is getting 1/8 of 24, which is 3, 1/6 for the mother, and the remaining goes to the son. In the second case, we have a daughter who's getting half of the wealth. She's getting 12 out of 24, which is half of 24, and the mother is getting 1/8 of 24, and the mother is getting 1/6, which is 4, and the paternal brother is getting the remaining. In case number 4, we have 2 males inheriting. Now let's assume the pregnancy is going to be twins. Both of them are going to be male. So they are going to inherit the remaining, which is the residue, asaba. The paternal brother is blocked again, and the mother and the wife are getting the same old share. This is the share of both males. Again, they are getting 17. Let's assume that we don't need to do any corrections. In the fifth case, we have 2 females. The 2 females are going to inherit 2/3. So they are getting 2/3 out of 24, which is 16. And the remaining goes to the paternal brother. In the final case, we have 1 male and 1 female. So they are getting the remaining together. للذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين. The case is built upon 24. The mother and the wife are getting the same thing, and the remaining goes to the 2 unborn babies. Now we need to compile them into one case. So we look at the total shares of all cases. We have 24 and 12. 12 can go into 24, so we don't need to look at this. And all other numbers are the same. So in this occasion, we take one number. So 24 is the new total share of all combined cases. We divide the 24 by all the other numbers. 24 divided by 24 is 1. And 24 divided by 12 is 2 here. And now we give each person the least amount possible. So anyone that had 0 in any occasion, they will end up getting 0. So here, both the paternal brother and the unborn baby, both of them have a 0. We now have 17 suspended because it is not known where this 17 is going to go to. If the child is born as a male, or born a male and a female, the 17 goes to the males. However, if the child is born as a 1 female, she has 12 out of the 17, and 5 goes to the paternal brother. This 12 is half of 24, which is the share of the girl. However, if 2 females are born, they get 2/3 of 24, which is 16, and the paternal brother gets 1. Here we have another example. A man dies and leaves behind a pregnant wife, maternal brother, and a full brother. In the first case, we assume the baby or the embryo will be born dead. he will not be alive when he comes out. In this occasion, the wife gets a quarter, and the pregnancy is not going to affect anybody. The maternal brother is getting 1/6, and the full brother is getting the remaining. So the masala is built upon 12. So the wife gets 3, the maternal brother gets 2, and the full brother gets the remaining, which is 7. In the second case, the wife is getting 1/8, and the child, who is going to be a son, is getting the remaining. Everyone else is going to be blocked. So he takes the entire share after the wife. In the third case, the wife is getting 1/8. The child, who's going to be a female, a daughter, she's getting half, and the maternal brother is blocked. Full brother is getting the remaining. In the fourth case, we have the wife getting 1/8, and the 2 sons are getting the remaining. The 2 sons are getting 7. So we're going to do tashih here. We're going to correct this decimal. So we look at the relationship between the 7 and number of heads here. The number of heads are 2. So we don't want to end up with decimals. So we need to correct it. This is a lesson that we have done. It's called al-inkisar. So we take the number of heads here and times by the total share. So 2 times 8 equals 16. Now we have the 2 sons are getting 14. So each one is getting 7. In the fifth case, we have 2 females. The 2 females are getting 2/3. The wife is getting 1/8, and the remaining goes to the full brother. On the sixth case, we have a wife getting 1/8. The remaining goes to the pregnancy, which is a male and a female, son and a daughter. We have al-inkisar. We have a female and a male inheriting 7. So the relationship between 7 and here we have لِلذَّكَرِ مِثْلُ حَظِّ الْأُنْثَيَيْنِ. We have 3 heads. The ratio of one male is 2 and a female is 1. So we take the number of heads again. We do 8 times 3, which is 24. Now we correct it. We have 21 remaining for the daughter and the son. The daughter is getting 7 and son is getting 14. Now we have completed all 6 cases. We need to create a jami'ah. Now we need to combine all cases into one. Now we look at the relationship between these numbers here. We have 12 and 8. They all go into 24. So we don't need to look at any 8. We don't need to look at any 8. And then here we have removed it because those ones are corrected. We ended up 16 and 24. 16 and 24. The relationship between these two numbers, 16 and 24, is division. Both numbers accept division of 8. So what do we do here? We do 24 divided by 8 equals 3. We put the 3 on top of 16. And 16 divided by 8 is 2. We put the 2 on top of 24. And now we times 24 times 2, or 16 times 3, equals 48. Now we also divide 48 divided by 8 equals 6. 48 divided by 12 equals 4. Now we give each person the least amount possible. Anyone that had 0 will end up with 0. So the unborn baby had a 0 in the first case. Maternal brother had many zeros. Full brother had a 0. So all of them will end up with 0. The minimum for the wife would be 6 times 1. 6 times 1. Now we have suspended 42. We have suspended 42. The end.